Welcome to Tangermouse Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Today we're looking at over 20 board games launching on Kickstarter the second half of March. And real quick, the Tangermouse team is talking about doing a giveaway of a bunch of prizes and board games to our subscribers, you, because we're getting close to 10,000 subscribers. Wow, I can't believe it. So share this with your friends. Anyone who is a subscriber will automatically be entered for a chance to win some prizes. The sooner we get there, the better. And we're so excited. Let's get started. Real quick, I wanted to mention Mysthia that I missed last time. It launched March 7th. It's a hand management and area control Euro game from Tabula Games, immersing yourself in the strange world of Achaeon. Fight for control of unexplored floating island, places filled with anomalies and strange monsters. Gather your powers to make entire islands move. Join forces to fight the dreadful monsters that inhabit them, creating an army and strongholds on these new frontiers. March 19th launches Rice Dice from Ape Games. It's a streamlined version of Spirits of the Rice Paddy. If you're familiar with that game, then you'll feel right at home with Rice Dice. Roll the custom dice and choose one action based on the results. Add rice paddy cards to your field, run water through your paddies, assign laborers to plant and harvest, or add weeds to opponents' fields. We'll have a preview video of this on our channel soon. Also on March 19th, we'll see Fire in the Library from Weird Giraffe Games. It's a press your luck game, and in the game, you're trying to save books from a burning library. You do this by pulling colored cubes from a bag. Whoever gets the most points by the time one stack of books is depleted will win. And Talon Strikes Studios launches Vinyl on March 19th. It's a game where players are aspiring vinyl collectors. They have some knowledge of what they would like to collect, and players will select albums that can be played at the listening booth to increase the value of players' collections and their ability to collect even more albums. After the final round, players will tally their collection's value and determine who is the elite collector of vinyl. On March 20th, Songbirds launches from Daily Magic Games. It's a 2 to 4 player card game about birds trying to achieve dominance in the forest. Each bird is a different color in the game. Players are forest spirits trying to secretly guide their chosen bird to success. The cards are numbered 1 to 7 in red, blue, green, and white. Throughout the game, players lay cards from their hand to a 5x5 grid after nut tokens or points are laid out for each row and column until the grid is full of cards, and then the nuts are awarded. Cat Rescue launches March 20th. It's a 1 to 4 player co-op card game. During the game, players take turns to take a cat from the street or rescue home and slide it into the cat shelter. March 20th, Sweet Mess launches from Big Kid Games. It's a tasty resource gathering and engine building game for 2 to 4 players. The game uses a unique resource disbursement mechanism, making a mess, and an innovative resource placement mechanism where the resources act as workers. Strap on your apron. The player that completes the most delicious recipe will be the winner of the competition. Imperius from Colossal Games launches March 20th. It's for 2 to 4 players. Players represent powerful houses, each seeking to ascend to the throne. Every player has the same 6 cards, which provide strength, favor, victory points, and bonuses. Unfortunately, the path forward is shrouded in fog, forcing players to manage the uncertainty of the times. Every round, players draft a hand of cards, choosing a mix of their cards, their opponents, and powerful events. The key is building a viable strategy with your own cards and events while denying key cards to your opponents. Then, cards are played to the planets, with no more than 2 of these cards per planet being played face down. Players are forced to make decisions with imperfect information gained during the draft and by reading the opponents. Finally, the cards are revealed and resolved, and in most cases, players want to be the strongest or most favored faction to score victory points. Imperius builds on the existing mechanisms of Solstice Fall of Empire by adding asymmetrical factions, less secret information, and varied planet effects that can grant additional special abilities to players. Railroad Rivals launches March 20th from Forbidden Games. It's for 2 to 5 players. It's a fast-play tile drafting and laying game. In the game, you're going to connect cities via one of the 12 great railroads that stretched across America while simultaneously building your stock portfolio. You'll then use those railroads to make deliveries to drive up the price of your stocks. At the end of the game, the player that has run the most profitable railroad while owning the most valuable stocks will become the greatest of all railroad rivals. Gears of Defiance is an upcoming tabletop RPG designed by our friend Ryan Schoon. It's coming on March 20th. It's a steampunk game where players take on the role of family members bonded together as they face the oppressive nature of the evil empire that rules over them. March 22nd, We'll see Morn Quest. It's a 2 to 4 player co-op board game based on the novel Morn Quest. Heroes must battle to banish the nightmares and save the kingdom of Morn. As they race towards their goal, they gather power from the land itself, with granite, blackthorn, flax, and gold fueling their quest and magical items to boost their skills. Together, the heroes face an epic struggle to escape the bog beans, dispel the nightmares, and finally defeat the Shimnivore. World's End launches March 22nd. It's an apocalyptic horror survival board game where deceiving your teammates may either save your life or be the end of you. Players will be forced to work with and against each other to ensure they survive and have the best chance to get on that escape helicopter that's leaving the city. On March 22nd, we'll see Awful Orphanage. It's for 2 to 6 players. Take control of a unique orphan and navigate the ever-changing rooms and corridors of Miss Prendergast's home for wayward children, uncovering loot, avoiding orderlies, and escaping from the nefarious, gaunt, and sinister man. Village Pillage launches March 26th from Jelly Bean Games. It's a 2 to 5 player game for players 10 and up, and it features simultaneous play. Farmers produce turnips, walls block armies, and armies steal turnips, and traders either add new cards to your hand or help you purchase a relic. All cards return to your hand, and the next round begins. The game ends as soon as one player has 3 turnip relics. Heroes Welcome is a 2 to 5 player worker placement set collection game by Pencil First Games and Monkey Jump Games, and is coming to Kickstarter March 27th. Players are goblin merchants profiting from both sides in the classic dungeon crawl world. You buy loot from the heroes and then turn around and craft those materials into different weapons to sell to the monsters for gold and Vorpal pieces. The player with the most Vorpal pieces will win the game. March 27th brings Arena the Contest. It's a turn-based tactical combat board game where players recruit teams of 3 or 4 from a wide pool of heroes, all of them experts in the combat role like Tactician, Healer, and Bruiser. There are countless combos, counter picks, and strategies to explore in the attempt to build a powerful and synergistic team. There's competitive mode and cooperative mode. March 27th, we'll see 40 Thieves. It's a 2 to 4 player game that uses memory, card placement, and a little bit of push your luck. It's being published by Jackbro. In the game, there's hidden treasure beyond measure, and in the middle of this treasure are 9 blue sapphires. Whoever can steal the most sapphires wins the game. March 27th, Mobster Metropolis launches. It's a 2 to 4 player strategy game where participants compete to create the most powerful gangster syndicate, invest in turfs and recruits to generate income and defense, or scheme and attack other players with drive-bys to take their money. The player with the highest gangster reputation wins the game. Mystery of the Temples launches March 27th from Deep Water Games. In the game, players take on the role of curse breakers, traveling between the wilderness and the temples in order to collect crystals of various colors. Fusing the colorful crystals on the crystal grid in the correct order breaks the curse of the temple, and you earn runes and victory points in the process. Once a player has broken 5 curses, the game ends. Whoever has the highest amount of victory points wins. Unbroken launches March 27th. It's a solo card game. You'll collect resources representing your character's abilities, and you'll need to ensure that you invest in the right mix of resources to both keep yourself alive during your travels and also prepare for the gruesome monsters that wait in the dark. There are several options at your disposal. Brute force, trickery, clever use of skills are important. Customize your character and use limited resources wisely. Only the craftiest and the most resilient survivors will make it out alive. Maximum Apocalypse Gothic Horrors launches March 27th. It's a deluxe expansion for Maximum Apocalypse. It adds 2 new apocalyptic scenarios, Cthulhu and vampires. Each apocalypse brings with it new gameplay mechanics such as the Insanity deck of Phobias or the new Night Day event deck. This expansion also adds 2 new survivor characters, the Priest and Ronin. IDW launches Galaxy Hunters on March 28th. It's for 2 to 4 players. They take on roles of mercenaries hired by the Megacorps to hunt and harvest the rampant mutations, featuring an inventive pilot and mech combination system. March 30th brings Dungeon Brawl. It's a customizable take-that free-for-all for 3 to 5 players. In this 20 to 60 minute game, players draft 1 to 5 classes, then customize it by constructing a deck consisting of weapons, armor, items, and abilities. Draft your treasure, then drop into the dungeon with your so-called friends, and fight. The adventurer with the least amount of wounds takes all the treasure and is declared the winner. A few more games that I believe will launch sometime in March are Blight Chronicles, Agent Decker from Boards and Dice, Lucid City from Cryptozoic, Captive from Van Ryder Games, and Infamous from Eagle Griffin Games. So a few games I'm looking forward to are Heroes Welcome by Monkey Jump Games and Pencil First Games. Really enjoyed the gameplay. Was able to play a prototype of this with Melissa. Another one is Imperious by Colossal Games. It looks like a really cool game. And the other one is Fire in the Library. If you're looking for a cool push your luck game, then check out Fire in the Library. Well, thanks for joining me today for this video about board games launching on Kickstarter. If you could, please share this with your friends and subscribe to our channel because we are getting close to 10,000 subscribers.